either win or you lose, and we realize that. But where we are with our program, we want to win. We want to get better, and the guys are getting better. The effort today, I thought the guys just played hard from start to finish. You know, offensively, we hadn't been able to do an awful lot lately, but I thought first offensive line did a good job. That defense we played, I think leading the league in sacks, and I don't think we gave up one. I thought Damon Pierce ran hard. And our receivers, you know, we were down on our top two receivers today, but Chris Moore really stepped up. Amari Rogers really stepped up. So you like what those guys were able to do. And quarterback-wise, you know, we made a change. We were looking for a spark. I thought Davis did some good things, passing the football, made some good throws today, and made good decisions today, just like the things he did. And the combination with Jeff Driskel, you know, early in the week we thought that we could, you know, we decided to, you know, to go with this plan, to use Jeff. And I thought he did some good things too. Realized at the end we had an opportunity, you know, first and goal inside the 5, needed to cash that in for a touchdown. And defensively, whenever you can take the ball away, you know, it's a big thing. Also down a couple, you know, when Steve Nelson went down, we're down a couple of our, you know, starting cornerbacks. But Mills Smith, outstanding job. Des King has done an outstanding job. Those guys just keep next man up mentality, and they played well. Malik Collins, Jalen Petrie, you know, we gave ourselves a chance. And if we continue to do things like that, and special teams, you know, that fumble recovery by Blake Cashman, Emmy hitting the field goals. A lot of positive things, you know, for us to build on. We understand it's late in the year on building on something, but where we are, that is a big thing. We had a few injuries, a few guys that went out of the game early but came back in, like Kenyon Green. But they're late. Damon Pierce with that ankle injury couldn't go anymore. So that hurt us a little bit, and I mentioned Steve Nelson earlier. Take your question.
In the final red zone opportunity, not having Damien, how much does that affect things to not have your best guy?
It affects it quite a bit. You know, first and goal on the inside the 5, the plan would have been a little bit different. But nobody want to hear about injuries. We've had quite a few. If Damon would have been healthy and ready to go, of course he would have been in there then.
Lovie, the final decision on that run, what happened there with Jeff? Did he read it wrong?
Yeah, we just didn't execute. We just didn't execute the way we need to.
How rough was that for you guys to get that close?
Tough.
And not be able to get points there?
Tough. You know, the guys played their butts off all day. So, you know, games like that, you know, again, sometimes you feel like, hey, do we deserve to win? Yeah, I thought we played throughout all 3 phases. Where we are in our season, the guys just keep showing up to play against that way against a team. As I told Mike, I mean, they have just as good a chance to win it all as anyone. So that part is good, but we have a loss still. We realize that.
Can you talk about the play of Jalen Petrie today?
I think we've been saying the same thing about him lately. Made the move with him back in the middle of the field and paying dividends. He's a good player. That seemed like it's his natural position. He was active, tackling, playing the ball, like all of the guys were today.
To continually pin them back up in their own 5, you special teams and defense. What did you see from your defense today to get them in that situation?
Well, first, as you said, it's about, you know, whether it's, you know, I mentioned Emi and how he kicked. But, you know, we also did a good job, of course, punting, you know, Cam punting the football down there. And once it's about special teams pinning them back there, and from there, the defense, I mean, your options are 3 and out. Yeah, take the ball away, 3 and out, or safety. And our guys we've been in that position a few times. That's what I say. Most of the things were kind of going the way we wanted them to, right up until the end of the game.
That last possession they had, it looked like Dak had to make some really tight throws. What was y'all's plan for him on that last drive?
Well, we were kind of doing what we normally do. We mix it up. You know, we play all the different coverages, gave him as many looks as we could. losing our corners kind of took us out of, some of our blitzes with the man. But Dak Prescott's one of the best quarterbacks in our game, and he's going to hit some. And I think they kind of showed a little bit of the champion in them. Had to get a drive, there at the end. And unfortunately for us, they were able to.
What kind of went into going with Jeff and Davis, and how much, from your perspective, the spark that gives?
Where we are, we haven't gotten a whole lot of production offensively. And you look at your roster, Jeff has been there. And really, as we go back and look at it a little bit, he did some good things in the preseason early on. That plan kind of got us out of it a little bit when we couldn't elevate him and some things like that. But he's always been there. And as you see, we most productive day we've had offensively. I know what the point said, but felt like we could move the ball and mixing, combination of the two.
What was the decision there at the end to go for the touchdown on third down at the end of the game? Was it a struggle at all, I guess, in the decision, or were you going that way the whole time?
No struggle. No struggle on the decision at all. We were up at 3. We were going to go for the touchdown or lead them in a situation where, they're going for 3 to tie it, and hopefully we wouldn't allow them to score a touchdown. So no decision to make that 100 out of 100 times. We didn't execute the way we needed to at the end.
You mentioned earlier this week you wanted to get the team to have a better taste in their mouth towards the end of the year. What was the locker room like just then? How are people processing this one?
First off, as I said, it's about winning. You either win or you lose. We understand that. But it is more than that, where we are. And I think each week you look at how did I play? Did I give our team a chance to win? I think most of the guys in there are going to say, yeah, I played. It's 60 minutes of ball. And unfortunately, it came right down until the last minute of the game. So, yeah, there's a different feeling. I thought we got better today. I saw progress for sure.
You talked about having the 2 receivers missing. Was Chris Moore then moved more into the game plan for this game?
Absolutely. He's been our third receiver, so he's been in the mix. But, Brandon Cooks is out. Nico Collins couldn't go. Next guy up. And that's what they did. We had a similar situation against Philly this year. And they stepped up again then, too. It seemed like it's that way. I mentioned our corners. It's tough when you're 1 and 2 corners down. But those guys not really looking for that excuse. It's just the next guy is really excited about the opportunity.
From a strategy standpoint, if you're a defensive coach, how challenging would that be if you don't know which quarterback's going to be going in from series to series?
Well, I think it can be challenging because, I'm talking about us. We've gone through some different things on, me letting you know exactly who the quarterback's going to be on, 30 minutes after the game and some of those things, but that doesn't help us. What helps us is to wait until the end, all right, and use the best options that we possibly have and let them go. And, again, I thought offensive coaches getting a game plan in, and I like the way we looked there at the end. Now we got to finish out. We got to figure out how to finish the game.
Okoroko's, pass rushing at the end there, forcing that fumble. What did you see from him in that? The defensive line in the whole getting back to it.
We talked about Petrie kind of changed the positions and saw the progress that he's made. Same thing with Obo. Guy plays hard. I thought our defensive line did a good job. I know when, most of the position groups I've talked about, I say they did a good job, and we still end up with a loss, but I like that. He can rush from outside. He gives you everything that he has like the rest of the guys.
When Pierce went out, it looked like, you guys were talking with him, at least with the trainers and such. Towards the end, was there any conversation from him, like trying to get back in? How do you process that on the sideline? No,
it's pretty simple. The guy's injured. Medical staff, can he go? Yes or no? Earlier, when he came out, it was yes, we think he can go. You get a sprained ankle, a lot of times you think you can. Then you get out there and you see that you just can't push off of the ankle and you're hurting the team. That's the situation we're in there at the end. Couldn't go, and we'll never play a player if he can't, of course, protect himself and feel like he can do his best.
At the end, I didn't see the replay, but Chris Moore, when he got, I guess they called him short of the goal line. Did y'all consider challenging that, or did it?
If yes, on all of them. If it's close, we have people upstairs looking at every different look. And a lot of them, I think one of the ones there today was it changed possessions where, even though I'm not challenging it, yes, Lovie, New York, we've seen it. This is what it is. If we don't know for sure, we'll challenge. If we're not challenging something that's pretty close, there's a good reason that we're not.
What are the chances that you'll continue running the two-quarterback system as the season progresses?
TJ, come on, man. Come on, man. All right, this is what we're going to do. You probably know the answer, right? You can ask it and you can answer it. But it's about 30 minutes after the game. If y'all expect me to give these kind of answers right now, we're going to evaluate it. We like what we're able to do with it today. We'll see what gives us the best option to give us a chance to beat Kansas City, another team that has a chance to win it all. We're excited about coming back home and playing. Thank you.
To contribute the way you did, see to get the win, but just your thoughts on how you played and your on the strategy you guys used.
Yeah, that was something that we worked on all week. Nice little package for me in there, and I was excited to get out there and help the team win. And obviously it was not what we wanted to do at the end of the game, and we just got to execute a few more times and punch the ball in the end zone. But it was good to get back in the game.
You've been doing this for a while and been in a lot of situations, but how tough was that one to end that way, where you guys were the better team for 3+ quarters? You and Davis really worked out well. The defense had huge turnover. I mean, a lot of things are going in your way, and just in those last couple of minutes, you guys weren't able to get that win.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we played complimentary football all day. Defense gave it to us a few times, got a big goal line stand, and we were able to get points out of it. Props to Davis for being able to play the game like that. That's not hard, or not easy to come in on third down a lot of times and, drop back pass. But I thought he handled it well. I thought the game was called in a way that both of us were able to help us. And like I said, we came up short and got to be able to execute a few more times.
Jeff, how was the play supposed to work on fourth when you kept it?
Say that one more time?
How was the play supposed to work ideally on fourth? What was kind of the call?
Yeah, I mean, it was a play to get out on the edge, and they had more bodies out there than maybe we wanted, and it was fourth down. I tried to put my foot in the ground and get vertical, and they beat us on that snap.
How did you put into words not being able to convert when y'all had it in the 5-yard line there? Can you explain that, I guess, from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, right? The defense gives it to us on the 5. Everybody on our sideline thought there's no way we don't get this ball in, and I thought every snap we were going to be able to get it in. I thought Chris was really close on the naked, and then we just got to find a way to punch it in.
What did you see for your team today? It's obviously the record's not where you guys want it to be, but you guys are down key players. You're playing in before 93,000 people. This is a Cowboys team that's going to be in the playoffs, could be a contender. You guys did fight very hard for all 4 quarters in this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's the NFL. 17 games, people are going to go down, and people are going to be expected to step up and fill right in and make plays. And, I thought we did that for the most part today. We just, like I keep saying, we just got to do it a few more times. And, when the defense gives it to us on the 5, we got to reward them with a touchdown.
How were you and Davis able to still stay in rhythm, even though, you guys were kind of sometimes getting pulled mid-drive? How are you guys able to still stay in rhythm?
Yeah, I think Davis handled it really well. There's a lot of guys that, wouldn't be too excited about coming off the field. But that's just not who he is. He's about, winning the game. And today we thought that was the best strategy. And, I think we knew going in that that's how this game was going to be played. And we have a really good quarterback room and, nothing selfish from anybody.
Some of that the rapport that you and Davis had, the kind of way you got to know each other the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, he wants to win the game. I want to win the game. And, Pep's calling the game such a way that he's putting us in positions to make plays that best suit our strengths. And, we have a great room, and we just got to continue to get better. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Davis up next.
Davis, the plan that you guys executed, the 2-platoon strategy, how did you feel like that worked? Did you, in some ways, even though it's unconventional, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I thought we were moving the ball pretty effectively all day. mean, Jeff's a great athlete, great quarterback, and anytime we can mix it up and keep the defense guessing, I mean, we want to utilize that as much as possible so we can keep moving the ball.
Davis, I'm not sure that I've seen in an NFL game quarterbacks rotate that much. I mean, this is a good way. It's almost more like a high school game or a college game. How unique was that for you and what you guys were able to do? Because in a lot of ways, they didn't seem prepared for it. It took them a while to answer. I mean, you guys were able to be more successful offensively in a lot of ways than you have been all season with that 1-2 system.
Yeah, exactly. The philosophy is just keep mixing up the looks. And then, the same thing when you simplify it, it's just trying to find ways to get the ball to playmakers out in space. And Jeff did that in zone read situations, and it kind of opens a bunch of things up when you keep the defense guessing like that. We were moving the ball all day, so I want to keep it that way.
So you feel like, I guess, how did this loss compare to the other ones?
It's tough. Every loss hurts, but when you're in it that far into the game and you have a chance to win, you just can't get it done. That one hurts even more. So, but at the end, you look back on it, we had a chance at the end. We just got to find a way to finish those games. All you can ask for is a chance. Just got to find a way to win it.
How do you feel you responded, considering this is your first game back after you had been missed earlier?
I thought I played well for the most part. Obviously, I want to go back and see a couple things, but there might have been only really one throw that I missed to my standards. It was that slant to the field to Dorsett on maybe 3rd and 8 in the first half. But other than that, I thought we played a clean game offensively. Just got to try to find a way to get the ball in the end zone on that red zone series when the defense gave us the ball back late in the game. But other than that, I thought it was pretty clean.
Were you impressed by you guys are down key receivers? Everyone has injuries, but this is a tough place to play to win. This is a very good team. Were you impressed, having been with this team for a couple of years now, just what you guys were able to show on the field and your ability to be that competitive and really be the better team for 3+ quarters?
Yeah, I was impressed. I wouldn't say I'm shocked. I know we have a ton of talent and that everyone's able to go out there and execute at a high level. And when guys go down, other guys are able to step up and willing and able to go out there and make plays, and that's what they did today. So, like I said before, we played a clean game. We just got to find a way to win it at the end.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks.
Lovie at the podium.